Just 2 points cover the bottom 6 in the league table, and both of these sides will be keen to step away from the danger zone with a win here tonight. Nicky Butt's side will look to build on the victory at Sunderland last time out. Southampton just want to score a goal, which they haven't managed for 5 minutes short of 5 hours.
It could be a quiet game, this one. No, I mean, they've got a very strong team out, and I can understand us not scoring so many goals. We've not really got an out-and-out striker, and it makes it hard then when you haven't got a recognised striker playing for you.
Southampton in their black shirts, settling into the game here at Old Trafford. First touch of the game for Martin Cáceres, the Uruguayan, signed until the end of the season as a free agent, formerly of Juventus. Hasn't played first-team football for over a year, thanks to a ruptured Achilles, finding his way back in the Southampton second string. Willock takes aim from a fair old distance out, and it's Sam McQueen who clears it away at the second time of asking. Here's Harrison Reed. Back pass there has put the goalkeeper Moise Hassan in a spot of bother. Devontae Redmond was sniffing around. Those kind of back passes can cause some real problems if they're not hit correctly. Indeed, no players today can complain about the surface they're playing on. It is a fantastic pitch here at Old Trafford, despite the fact that we're well into March.
Yeah, it's magnificent. I remember when we used to play on it, it was a sandpit, but they can't complain tonight.
Gribbin lays the ball off to Regan Poole, who does play tonight despite the red card in the last game at Sunderland. The suspensions at this level take a little while to kick in, so United will be without him soon. Here's McTominay, caught late by Reed, and that gives United a nice early opportunity to test the goalkeeper here.
I think the good thing for me at the start, we're closing them down when they were on the ball there at the back. We're putting pressure on them and making it hard for them to play out, and for me that's the way forward. If we get in their faces and make it hard for them, they're the ones that are recognised first-team players. If you put a bit of pressure on them, they'll buckle.
Good work by United there, and it's a free kick which is going to be taken by Demi Mitchell, who opened the scoring up in the northeast, but from the penalty spot last time out. Always expect Callum Gribbin to be involved when the ball is placed with intent outside the box, but he stepped away. Referee Joe Johnson just making sure that Josh Sims is out of the way. Mitchell goes for it. A fair bit of dip on that. Had to be beaten away by Moise Hassan.
Yeah, it was a good strike, but I think he'd read it, the keeper. It's not gone over the wall, it's gone around it. Quite a simple pat save, I think. But Demi's been known for that over the years. I mean, he had a bad year last year. He was out for nearly a full season, and it's good to see him back, and he's playing well now, albeit at left back rather than centre forward.
He just managed to make that bounce in front of the goalkeeper, the 21-year-old Frenchman, who signed on loan from Nice till the end of the season. In fact, Claude Puel, the current Southampton manager, gave him his senior debut a few years ago in France. Here's Cáceres. Heightened presence in the middle of the park of Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, trying to set Tyreek Johnson away. Here's Jones. Forward to Sims, who will look to try and stretch United and get in behind Demi Mitchell in that wing-back role.
I'm a little surprised Demi's not had a shot up front. Demi's, like I said, he was a striker, and he was, a few years ago, And to be fair, at that time he was probably ahead of Marcus Rashford. He's a little bit older than him. But, you know, with us not having an out-and-out striker, I'm surprised he's not had a little run out up front. I know he's been playing really well at left back.
Yeah, Nicky Butt has been giving him plenty of praise for the way he's taken on that defensive role, being a much more attack-minded player, as you say, down through the years here at United.
But to be honest, when he's playing left back, I think he's very attack-minded anyway. Well, he's nearly got caught out there.
Here's Sims, looking for the run of Seeger perhaps ahead of him. Instead he chooses Hesketh. That's just going to skip away towards Sam McQueen, and it's closed down by Gribben. Sam McQueen, another one of these Southampton players who's been in and around the first-team squad of late. 18 first-team appearances for him in his career. Gribben just having to do some defensive work there.
Yeah, that's one of the things Callum didn't have in his game. Probably 2 years ago, he wasn't great at backtracking and working hard for the team. He was one of them, give him the ball and let him do his magic. But, you know, you have to have everything in your game if you want to play in the first team.
In from Reed, not the best corner or the best finish either in the end. A Southampton attack, better best forgotten.
Yeah, that's a poor cross under no pressure. Old Trafford's quite wide, but he should probably get it in a bit better than that.
Well, Nicky Butt was certainly pleased with the way the game panned out up in the northeast last time out against Sunderland. He knows that there's more to come in terms of quality from his players, but was certainly pleased with the way they dug in and built on their lead given to them by Demi Mitchell. Scott McTominay adding the second, Devontae Redmond making it 3-0. The only negatives on the night, the red card to Regan Poole and the goal conceded late. Here's Sims in behind United, and the post is the only thing that keeps it out.
It's a fantastic ball there, split the defence wide open. Great vision here with the pass. And that's, you know, that you got to. I suppose we got to expect that from Demi. Obviously, he's a striker, and he's, you know, he's looking to get forward rather than defend.
Fair play to Kieran O'Hara there. Did him a bit of an injustice. He did get a touch on it.
Yeah,
came out, made
save.
himself big.
Very good save.
Perfect.
Southampton starting strongly. The corner is going to be swirled in here by McQueen. Up go the heads. Cáceres is there. A few fighting for it and getting in each other's way. And as far as Reed, he's cool under pressure from Gribben. Floats it over. That's a header which will be easily claimed by Kieran O'Hara. It was Ollie Cook on the end of that long cross.
Yeah, it's a good ball into the box. He's picked him out. He should do better really with a header. But luckily for us, he's just headed it straight to Kieran.
Kieran O'Hara thought about the short pass to Cameron Borthwick-Jackson. Instead it's long towards Devontae Redmond, headed away though by McQueen. A loan spell at Southend last season. A couple of goals in 18 appearances for him there. McTominay. Here's Poole. Now Sunday. It's both a positive and negative playing here as a fullback. You get a lot of space to run into, but that means you do an awful lot of running on this surface here, as you know all too well.
Yeah, like I say, it is a big pitch. I think a lot of people don't realise there's a lot of difference in some of the pitches, but this is one of the, well, for me it's the biggest pitch in the Premier League and probably in England. So I think Wembley's similar size. I think City's is close to it, but there's a lot of ground to cover out there.
We just saw a flash there, Clayton, of Martin Hunter, who has plenty of experience in the game. Coach at the FA for 13 years with England youth teams, including coaching the likes of Michael Carrick, assistant manager at Bradford and Stoke, and coach at Northampton and Norwich rather, and Watford. Roddy Jidey next to him as well. Coached you, didn't he?
He coached me when I finished to be a coach. You know, obviously, like you say, he was with the FA, and I did my UEFA B badge in England until obviously I got into the Welsh setup and did the UEFA B and the A in Wales. But yeah, he's a great lad. Hopefully we can turn him over a bit today, but
Well, talking of turning someone over, there was Tyreek Johnson there, flipping Callum Gribben on his head.
Yeah, that's what we got to get. We got to get Callum on the ball as much as we can around their box, because he's very good at manipulating it and making things happen.
Well, those two players, in fact, are the only two players who started the FA Youth Cup tie here at Old Trafford a little bit earlier on in the season in December, which Southampton managed to turn around with 2 late goals to beat United 2-1. The 2 number 11s on show, the 2 who played that night. Otherwise, it's more experienced for both sides this evening. And it's Gribben who will whiz this into the box. Southampton with all but Seeger back defending it.
Could be going for goal here.
Plenty fighting for it, fighting to keep it in. Referee wasn't sure whether they were a goal kick or a corner. In the end, he goes with a dead ball for Southampton.
It wasn't a bad ball. Anything past that far post is always a dangerous ball. I think we could have just done with Regan getting a header on that and getting it back across goal.
Actually, from that, there was a shout for a corner, but it wasn't to be. Certainly Nicky Butt will be looking for this United side to continue where they left off in the North East in the last game. A good response to that after 4 straight defeats in all competitions. Certainly given the lads a lot of confidence, and they're playing with that self-belief now, albeit that pass a little short for Gribben.
Yeah, I like Matty. Matty Willock's changed his game over the last couple of years. He's brought in, I don't know whether it was when he got a lot fitter, and he never really used to dribble with the ball. He was a passer and setting play up. And in the last year or two, his dribbling has been, second to none. And we need him to be running at their defence today. He's got to get on it and be positive. And yeah, he's on it now. He needs to get running at them because he's very good at running with the ball.
And he scored here at Old Trafford in the past as well. An absolute belter against Manchester City. One of his goals. Here's Olusunde. Seeing plenty of the ball early on. Willock. Olusunde pokes it on towards